And saw it last game. We had 10 different completions, I believe, to 10 different completions to 10 different targets last week. And that's what we're going to need to do. We're going to need to utilize everybody. And like I said, guys are going to have to step up and make some plays. But, I got to give them opportunities to do that.
Josh, you talked after the game on Sunday about Dalton Kincaid and how you're still even building on that relationship with him. How are you guys doing that at this point? Like, you're already close, but building that rapport at this point in the season, what does that look like?
Yeah, still communicating about what I'm seeing, what he's seeing, what he's expecting from me. Making sure that we're on the same page when it comes to different routes and concepts, and again, just being better for him. I talked about that a lot this offseason, and I feel like I've given him some opportunities, and he's made the most of them this year so far. But we're going to continue to need him going forward.
What else can he do for this team? Like, what is he bringing to this team?
Well, again, I think he's he's tough to match up with. If you want to play man and put a smaller safety on him or a slower linebacker on him, we feel like we like those matchups. But he's so good in zone. He feels zone coverage very well. And he's doing a good job of getting open and catching the ball.
Yeah, when it comes to the receivers, how much, I know you can't tell us the game strategy and what's going on in the playbook, but how much of the confidence you have in your receivers is your belief in the fact that you guys haven't unlocked everything yet, and there's still more in this playbook that potentially you guys could have down the road?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. Again, we feel very confident in the guys that we have in that room, and again, just continuing to find ways to utilize their strengths to the best of our abilities. And we're always exploring, new ways to do that, and finding new concepts out there and trying to rep them in practice, and then trusting our guys out in the game to go do it. And, we've talked about the everybody eats mindset for a long time now. And I think, again, this last game, just being able to find that, and guys having different opportunities, but, sometimes there's not a lot. There's only one ball that can go around, and we got a lot of very capable guys with the ball in their hands. So, again, just finding ways to continue to get the ball to different receivers.
Josh, Sean has talked about that the defense has a new attitude recently, and it's a nasty one. Can you guys feed off that offensively, and then can you embrace it also offensively, having a nasty attitude as well on offense?
Yeah, I think that starts with the two lines, the offensive and defensive lines. And I feel like we got a pretty nasty group up front for us. But Coach preaches all the time, playing offense in all three phases, in attacking. And obviously every time we step out in the field, and every time, we have a drive, we want to score touchdowns. That's our main goal, our main job. And, it's not likely to happen every single drive. But we are, as an offense, disappointed when we don't come away with points, because, we feel like at certain points throughout the seasons, we've really hurt ourselves, albeit turnovers or penalties. And that's the name of the game, of limiting those. And again, staying in rhythm and running the ball with James, and finding ways to get some play action looks and different drop back looks for our guys. So, just having that attacking mindset, I think it helps.
Based on how well you guys have run the ball this season, have you seen defenses game plan for the offense differently?
Maybe slightly different in my career, but I think last year teams started to do it a little bit too. Playing a little more post high and post high zone and man. But again, we feel like, having good weeks of practice and game planning for what teams can be doing, helps us out. But ultimately, when we're in game time situations, and if they're not doing something that we practice for, we have to adjust and make some in-game adjustments, which, we'll keep finding ways to do that. Reggie Gilliam is a Swiss Army knife. I think he's the best fullback in football. When we get into sometimes our big personnel and putting them out there, you never know. He's going to line up at tight end. He's going to line up at fullback. We've flexed him out a few times and put him outside. He's always in the right spot. He's always doing his job. He's a key special teamer for us. There's not much more else I can say about him. He really is a true football player, and never gets the attention or the limelight that he deserves, but I truly believe he's the best fullback in football.
Josh, you mentioned at the start, maybe sensing a bit of frustration from some fans about the activity of the trade deadline. What gives you that sense?
just media narratives, I guess. I don't know. But again, we feel confident with who we got in our facility.
We'll see what happens with James Engel the rest of the week, but if he can't go, how confident are you that Ray and Ty can fill that with?
Yeah, very confident in them. Obviously, I said this in training camp. There's no replacing James Cook. So hopefully, he's doing everything that he needs to be doing. Which again, he's a true pro. He's going to be doing that, and hopefully, we can have him back by time game time rolls around.
I know you judge spikes in the offensive room. How cool was the double spike with Spencer?
It's pretty cool. That's the best spike I've ever had in my life. I had one early in the game after Dalton's touchdown that wasn't too great, but that second spike, that was a good one. Yeah, it was right to me, and I think mine went a little bit higher than his. So, yeah, we'll take it. I'll give myself a little pat on the back there.
It's a revenge game of sorts this week for Jordan Poyer. You've known him for so many years. Just how is he approaching this week, and what is he bringing to the team this year in his kind of second stint here?
Yeah, I don't think he's approaching it any different than any other game. He's a true pro. He's a true veteran. That's why we've brought him back. He's going to continue to make some plays for us, and he's doing such a good job in that safety room of really relaying information and sharing what he has to some of our young players in there. One of my favorite teammates of all time, and just fortunate to have him back. Hey, guys.
Thanks, Josh.